I have worked with hundreds of women on their dating life. Wake up, oat milk latte, red light machine. If a man ever asks you what you bring to the table, leave the table. Put on a cute workout outfit, walk to Pilates. Raise your standards with men and never settle. Home, shower. Can't replicate your aura. Lunch with a friend, Caesar salad. How to build an aura that is so magnetic, it bends other people to your will. Side of fries, Diet Coke. Get a blowout. My 2-state rule that keeps you as a high-value woman to the man that you want. Walk by a cute shoe store, buy a cute pair of heels. All you have to do is pull up Astra and ask, according to my zodiac sign, how can I aura max? Home, yogurt bowl, quick nap. Especially insecure men, they have to always have a woman by their side feeding them validation because their ego is literally that fragile. Text from your bestie wanting to meet up. You have to get so effing comfortable being the villain in other people's stories. Music blaring, getting ready, warm enough out, you don't even need a jacket. Put a finger down if you've ever ignored a red flag in a guy and wound up wasting months of your time. This happened to me. Uber Black to the rooftop club, skip the line to get in. Stop seeking validation like it is oxygen. It is killing your power as a woman. Phone, D&D, hand, fancy mocktail. We don't get confused. We just get the ick. Watch the sunset over the city. If he wanted to, he would is a lie from the patriarchy. And that, my friends, is how you decenter men. I just manifested my dream apartment in LA. Guys, are the men in LA okay? Like, are they okay?
So guys, she's a dating coach. She's single. She can't find the man that she wants, but she gives dating advice to other women. And she said she's decentering men because she doesn't care about men, because men ain't shit. But in this video, as you will see, she's being upset. Why? Because she met a man and that guy didn't make a move on her.
A New York man would have started a conversation. He would have been friendly. All right, maybe he wouldn't have asked me out, whatever, but he would have had the confidence to start a conversation. This guy in the elevator is trying to act really cool, and like he doesn't even see me when we're the only two people in the elevator.
So why do you care, ma'am? If you're decentering man, if you say men aren't shit, why do you care if a guy didn't pay attention to you? Oh, because you're just another grifter. Just think about it, guys, how crazy it is that other single women are listening to advice from a woman like this. By the way, guys, stay till the end because there is a very interesting video at the end that I want you to see. And as always, if you enjoy my videos, consider subscribing.
Oh, I never could marry a man for his money. I can! I can!
If a man doesn't like me, it doesn't make me want him more. It makes me want him less because you clearly have terrible taste.
And you clearly think you're funny when you're not.
Anyone who says that romance is dead, it's absolutely not. I just got catcalled, and then because I didn't answer, got called a spastic in the space of 2 seconds, and honestly, I've never felt so loved before in my life.
I had a realization recently that made me physically ill. Every relationship that I regretted staying in, I knew the answer within the first few months. I just spent years negotiating with myself instead of listening to my gut. And it's not because I didn't know. It's just because I didn't like the answer.
Again, just proving my point that they see the red flags, but they just don't want to take accountability for the fact that they chose that guy.
People always tell me that I'm too picky. And you know what I say to them? Have you seen the lives of women who aren't?
Yes, ma'am, we can see how entitled you are just from the glasses, ma'am.
And do you know what makes me sick to my stomach and makes me never want to date again? Is seeing all of these men that have girlfriends under my story likes. Bro, what are you doing? Because yeah, you're not directly reaching out to me. You're micro cheating, hoping that what? I'm gonna reach out to you, clown? You're embarrassing. How about you go and like your girlfriend instead, you?
Why do you film from this angle when you could film from this angle so we can actually see the movement? Why do you film from this angle when you could film from this angle so we can see proper form? Why do you film from this angle when you could film from this angle so...
Because they're not trying to teach anything. They're just looking for attention and validation from simps. That's all.
So we can see proper form. I know why. It's because you don't actually care about educating and helping people learn how to work out. All you care about is yourself.
True.
The worst thing she could say is no. Really? What if you ask her on a second date and she hits you with a book with Brooke link? Yeah, can't be that bad. It's just a calendar link. She built it on Replit. No, it's to join the queue, bro. There's 3 other dudes ahead of me, Marcus, James, and Deshaun. I have to literally get in line. And it costs $75, bro. Apple Pay, and she accepts Apple Pay and cash. Oh my.
So I have that cheese touch that makes it so that every guy I ever talk to immediately gets into a very loving, committed relationship the second that we stop talking. And yesterday, one of them hard launched on Instagram, very cute photos. At the exact same time, I posted a photo of me by myself at a liquor store on a Monday night, no makeup, sweatpants on, eating one of those crazy looking SpongeBob popsicles.
Such ugly tattoos, ma'am. You're in a suit, so you probably work somewhere where you have to dress a certain way. But what's the point to dress a certain way when you have tattoos like that, ma'am? They're so ugly and they're so small, you could just laser them off, ma'am. It's not that hard.
I was in a dark place the other day, so I do what you do when you're in a dark place, and I went on a dating app, and I...
Of course, because all men, when they're in the dark place, they go on dating apps. Yeah.
matched the guy that I matched with. I immediately said, come over. And then he said, I have to tell you I'm shorter than you. So I go, how tall are you?
It's clear she's inventing this story. Why? Because it's clear when you invite a guy to your house to smash, he won't tell you, no, I'm not coming because I'm not tall enough.
And like, I've dated 5'9" dudes. I'm just not in the mood, you know? Like,
no, ma'am, you just ran out of ideas on what videos to make on TikTok, so you thought of a lie. That's it, ma'am.
If you want to have a relationship with somebody, 80% at least has to be good. You have to be attracted to this person. That's very important. You have to have some kind of chemistry. Does chemistry sometimes evolve? Yes, of course it does. Does sex get better? Yes, of course it does, and depending on your age. And you have to want to be together. There are some basic things. If after a month, one of those basic bloody things is not right, then it is not the person for you. You don't have to agonize. You also don't have to be cruel to that person and tell them, you know, that you have a skinny penis, basically.
Yeah, and the majority of guys will just lie to them. We'll never tell them the truth. We'll just sleep with them and then ghost them.
Men like you really get my goat, and the reason that you really get my goat is it takes 2 people to make a baby. All you had to do is plant your seed. Plant your teeny tiny little seed, which probably took you approximately 0.2 seconds. And then your poor baby mum has had to pick up the slack and do everything else for however many years your child's been on this planet.
Okay, ma'am, who controls access to sex? You do. If you want to have a baby with that man, does he have any saying in that legally? No, he has no rights. So you have all the power in if that child is born, and you also control access to sex. But it's his fault. No, ma'am, you chose that guy. You chose to let him have sex with you, to make a kid with you. How come back then he was good to make a kid with, and now he's a bum, ma'am? How come all the women like you want to make mistakes, but then don't want to face any consequences? Want everybody else to feel sorry for them and help them? How come, ma'am? We're just going to skip this video because it's very stupid.
Diabolical things that I've experienced on a first date.
Okay.
Number 1, I went on a date with someone who told me that I wasn't their usual type, but rest assured, he would grow his attraction if needed. And then he continued to talk about my ex the rest of the date, and that I'm so incredibly short, but we were the same height.
Okay, ma'am, so one of 2 things can happen. Either he's very, very delusional, or he's talking like this or acting like this because he has a lot of options, ma'am.
If you're a mom, I don't care till 1 kid or 10, doesn't matter. You always having a babysitter is not the flex that you think it is.
True.
You can stop posting it to your story. Like at this point, we all know you never have your kids. It's kind of sad, Actually, it's very sad. Your kids deserve better. My kids are 16 and almost 12, and the way that time has just flown by, and I was never that mom that like left her kids all the time to go to the club, to go on trips, to do like any of that. But the way that I am in panic mode, trying to like soak up all the time, some of you are going to wake up feeling like the biggest piece of shit. I hope you do. I hope you really do wake up one day and feel terrible for the amount of times that you chose the unimportant things in life over spending time with your kids.
Yes, this is exactly like the woman I made the video about yesterday or the day before that. I think the day before that. That mom that was always going on parties and went to Mexico on trips with the girls and stuff like that. And she said that she wants to focus on herself. When you're a single mother, your priority should be your kids, not you. Not your fun, not your enjoyment. When you're a single mother, you can't act like you're 20 and single because you're a parent.
So I'm a single mom and I'm starting to date for the first time since becoming a single mom or becoming a mom in general. And it is so different than when I didn't have a kid. Like the dating process.
Who would have thought, guys? Who would have thought that it would be harder when you're a single mother?
And just the way I'm looking at potential guys is so different. Like I am so protective of my daughter and just the standards that I have not only for myself but for her.
This is one of the biggest problems the single mother face. Besides the fact that there are fewer men that want to take on a single mother and her kids, for marriage, I mean, not to sleep with, they also raise their standards, even though their value in the sexual marketplace has decreased.
It's so different and it's so scary putting myself back out there again.
Ma'am, why didn't you think about this before having a kid? How come only now it's scary, but it wasn't scary when you made a kid with a guy? The guy that you're not with anymore. So stupid, guys. We're just going to skip this video because it's very stupid.
The men, I think, are now seen as really vulgar if they go up to a girl they don't know and say, oh, you know, you're gorgeous,
This
you've
is
got
a problem,
beautiful
isn't
eyes. Well, what it results in, if that's seen as vulgar and creepy, then you are automatically thrown back onto the world of dating apps. It amazes me that all the young kids are on dating apps.
What do you think of dating apps?
I just don't know. I mean, every now and then a friend of mine has met the love of their life. Great. So they have a place, definitely. But I think for the young who should be out there meeting each other in the wild, if you like, university, jobs. And by the way, that you know, the working from home has ruined a lot of things for young people. That's terrible. I met people at work all the time.
Well, but now most of those workplace experiences that we all had, probably for me in my 20s or whatever it might have been, and those early years of work is where you make mistakes. It was finding your way in a world that now you would be ruthlessly exposed or cancelled or whatever the version of that is. That worries me.
Yeah, the HR department would fire you quickly.
There's no erasing of that history, particularly for men. And I think this has become such a minefield that they're on the apps and then there's no chemistry there until you meet, and then maybe there's less chemistry than you sort of hoped for, but you go along with it.
I think why all of this men not approaching women content is popping off is because deep down we're literally collectively all so lonely. And I know a lot of you on this app won't want to admit it, but like
they don't need to admit it, ma'am. I have hundreds of videos of women saying that they can't find a man. Where are all the good men? Why do men not approach them anymore?
It is very isolating to be just like, I'm done dating. I'm done with approaching people. It is not normal to not crave connection because humans are wired for connection. And I think there's so many reasons as to why we're all struggling to approach and to be approached and to create authentic, genuine relationships in the real world.
We don't tell men, hey guys, we understand you don't want to do the dirty, dangerous, difficult jobs that could kill you. So, it's all about what you want, men. Just stay home and play World of Warcraft. Sorry, Brian. Just, do whatever you want and follow your dreams. We do not say that to men. If men, what do you mean? If men don't step in,
We tell men to
follow.
follow.
Let me talk.
No, that's
If you're
not true.
walking down the street with your boyfriend and a guy tries to mug you and he runs away, we as a society go, you coward, you piece of shit. We shame the hell out of that guy and we go,
Yes, men have to provide and protect. Now just think, guys, what would happen if I were to say to all the women in the world, well, you have to be a mother and you have to raise your children and you have to stay at home. What would happen, guys? No, we cuddle them. You can be what you want, you can do what you want. It's not the same with men. And the fact that she doesn't want to admit this is because she's lying and she's delusional. And she's probably a feminist.
you had a duty to protect her. If the politicians, who are mainly men, if the president, who's a man, does not defend our country from foreign invaders, we say he sucks at his job, we fire him, we want someone else. We don't let men do what makes them feel good. We don't let men decide what they find fulfilling and follow their dreams. We only say that to women.
No, ma'am, we call those guys hippies.
We only say that to women. And we go, sweetie, you don't have to have a baby if you don't want to. You don't have to be a baby factory. And it's like, okay.
So you've been with your man at 2 years at this point.
Yes.
And you're looking to get married to him.
Of course.
If he wanted a prenup, would you accept those terms?
It would be based off of like whatever we want. We haven't discussed that, but why would we need a prenup if we're getting married to be together for life? So.
Hey, ma'am, if you're so sure you'll be together for life, then sign a contract saying that you will never divorce him. And if you divorce him, he can sue you for a lot of money. Can you do that? No, you won't do that, ma'am.
I don't really understand what a prenup is. It's like security for safety. I don't know. Personally, I'm with my man for life and that's it.
Then prove it, ma'am. If you're saying that you will be with him for life, then it will be easy for you to sign the prenup because the prenup will only affect you if you get divorced, ma'am.
That's endgame. It's whatever we decide.
But you know the prenup just details the agreement if you were to split.
Yeah, well, if we get married, we're going to have kids. So like,
what?
I don't know. I think marriage is like very sacred. Like you work through it, you get married, you don't divorce.
Then prove it.
How old are you?
I'm 41.
And you?
Don't worry about it.
20, she's 21.
Yeah.
That's an age gap here. What makes you go for a man who's 20 years older than you?
Because I have daddy issues.
Oh, at least she admits it.
I like older men because I feel like younger men just don't know how to do it. Like, first of all, they're not experienced. And second of all, there's like a lot of younger guys who are gonna have like a lot of money, but they won't spend it and they don't know how to take care of a woman.
And they're too much of a fuckboy. I'm less of a fuckboy now that I'm matured. In my older age, women that are in their early 20s, they go for older men, but a lot of these older men are ugly. You'll have guys that are taller, have bigger penises, that are maybe make more, but I think I have the whole package, and I think that's what women look for, is the whole package. So she hit the lottery with me, getting a guy that's in his early 40s that looks like it is in his mid 30s.
So do you consider this a situationship or a sugar daddy, sugar baby thing?
No, he hasn't even gave me no money.
I haven't given her money, yeah. I just take her out and stuff, but...
No, he's a really funny guy.
I'm funny.
I would not be in the most wonderful, happy period of my life right now had I not lived the life I chose in my 20s. I wouldn't change a thing about the choices I made in my 20s, who I slept with, who I dated. I wouldn't be who I am today had I not had fun and explored. And
So guys, I don't know if you can see it, she's pregnant. So guys, she's basically saying that she couldn't find a man, she couldn't get pregnant unless she had a high body count, unless guys ran a train on her. If she didn't do that in her 20s, now she couldn't get pregnant, guys. That's their logic.
And gotten my heart broken and gotten fucked over and fucked and made some mistakes and dealt with the consequences. Like, that's what I personally needed in order to be ready for this next phase of my life.
She needed a lot of cocks, guys. Without a lot of cocks, she wouldn't be able to find a guy. She wouldn't be able to get pregnant, guys. Do you understand, guys, how much of a simp you have to be to marry a woman like this? that tells everybody her past on the internet. So everybody can know that she's a hoe, and you married a hoe. Because she needed a lot of cocks to find you.
But choosing motherhood in my 30s doesn't erase the right to have enjoyed my 20s.
Yes, ma'am, and it doesn't erase all the cocks that you took.
It just doesn't. And I want every woman watching today to know you have the right to make the choices that are best for you.
Ma'am, you have the right to do whatever you want. Because it's a free country. What we're saying is that if you do certain stuff that lead you on a certain path in life, when you're 30, 35, and you can't find a man, because the majority of women that act like you won't find a man that they truly want, they maybe will find a simp, then they can't complain on the internet that they can find a man, because their own decisions in life led them to this. That's all we're saying, ma'am. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one.